Hey y'all, welcome back to Green Table of Six. My name is Courtney. I'm a wife and mom of four, navigating family life while trying to remember who I am. We have a special guest today. Say hello, Fallon.
Hey.
Fallon had to do her makeup and she got her hair done recently, so she is just the glamour girl. Can you tell everybody what's been happening today?
Today was like
Why was it bad?
giddy.
No, but what's going on outside? What's it doing outside?
It's snowing.
It's snowing, and it's really, really snowing, right, Fallon? Yes, we have more snow than we have had in about 20 years. So we went out and played in the snow, and now we are relaxing and decided to record this video, right?
Yes.
Yes. And in today's video, I will be talking to you about my thrift do's and don'ts. So let's get into it. You tell them bye.
Bye.
All right, so I have been thrifting for over 15 years and I have definitely made some mistakes. Definitely. It was to a point where my husband was like, don't bring anything else in this house. And I thrift for clothes and home items. In my other on my other channel, Green Table of Six, I have done a few thrifted videos over there. So if you want to hop over to check that out, I will link the channel below. But anyway, like I said, I have been thrifting for a long time, and so now I feel like I have it down to a science. And I'm going to give you my tips on how to make your thrift store visit efficient and, so you don't overbuy. All right, so I got my notes, I got me a little champagne, and let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the do's first. So the first do is to take inventory of what you have already, whether that be in your closet or in your home, wherever it is, take inventory of what you have. This will help alleviate the overbuy. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone into the thrift stores and bought stuff that I don't need. And it just either sits in my closet or it sits on a shelf or it's in my garage, taking up unnecessary space. So definitely do take inventory of what you have before you leave your house. Okay, my second do is to know what you're shopping for. And since you're taking inventory of what you have, you should know what you're shopping for. Don't go into the thrift store with no plan. You absolutely have to have a plan, because if not, you'll be overwhelmed. You probably won't find anything and you'll just leave frustrated and just ready to give up. So definitely know what you're looking for. So for me, for example, for the past few weeks, I've been looking for coats. If you haven't seen my coat video, go check it out. But I am slowly starting to switch over to looking for more spring things. I'm looking for blouses. I'm looking for dresses. I'm looking for little knickknacks for my home as well. So I know what I'm going into the store for, and I'm shopping for a purpose. All right. So my third do is to wear comfortable clothing. Now, for me, I typically try to wear like some tights or something that's more form fitting in case I want to try something on, and you're not, trying to put anything on over something that's too bulky. So definitely be comfortable. If you don't want to wear form fitting things and you don't plan on trying anything on, cool. But in my head, I just don't want to wear my good stuff to the thrift store. So I'm wearing things that are comfortable, but also, again, the things that I have on, sometimes I do like to throw a blazer on over what I have on, or a sweater, or whatever it is. And if I'm wearing these big bulky clothes, I'm not able to do that. All right, so now we're in the thrift store. My fourth do is to inspect the items. Okay. I cannot tell you how many times I've just, saw something that was cute, threw it in the basket, brought it home, and it has holes in it, or it has a stain that I can't get out, or the seam isn't right in the pants, or whatever it is. So it is important that you inspect the clothing. When I go thrifting, I'm looking for the quality of the material. I'm looking for cottons, I'm looking for cashmere, I'm looking for, you know, those wool, very quality items that you don't typically find in fast fashion stores Or if you do, they're just really pricey. So make sure you inspect the garments and even the home stuff that you're looking for. Again, I found things that I bought that have chips on them, or it's discolored when I get home. It's important that you look over your items, because while some thrift stores do have return policies, I just don't like to return things. So I'm making sure that what I buy is something that I know I'm going to be able to use or keep. Okay, so for my do number 5, be persistent. Now, everybody's definition of persistent is different. For me, I'm in a thrift store at least once a week. It's just not so much, I don't always buy things. It's just a time killer. And I just like it. I get a thrill out of finding good items, good quality items. And it's like I've said before, it's like a treasure hunt. So when you find something good, you're just so excited and it makes me feel good. You can overspend at the thrift store. So I don't want that. Ooh, excuse me. Let me get a little sip. I don't want that to be a misconception, okay? You can overspend and overbuy at the thrift store. Please excuse, we're snowed in, y'all. So they're a little loud. But anyway, you can overbuy at the thrift store. So what was I saying? So I say all that to say, in your persistence, don't overbuy. All right. But like I was saying, I go to the thrift store at least once a week. It may be every 2 weeks for you. It may be every month. But I can guarantee that if you're looking for a specific item and you're trying to find it in the thrift store, going once a month may not work. You may not find that item that you're looking for. So it's important that you keep that in the back of your mind, so that you are more likely to find what you're actually looking for if you go more often. My first don't is, don't go through every item on the rack. You're going to be there all day. You're going to get, you may get frustrated. You may get overwhelmed. People might start getting on your nerves. It's just not a good idea, okay? I have been able to walk into a store. Let's say I'm looking for clothing, because I do thrift more clothing than home items lately. But for the sake of this example, I'm looking for a blue button up shirt. I'm on the button up aisle. I'm not going to look through the green button ups because I don't need that. I'm not going to look through the white ones. I'm going straight to the green ones. I mean, not green, to the blue ones. And as I'm going through that section of blue button up shirts, I'm looking for, okay, what is the quality? Does it have holes? Does it smell? All of these things that we talked about in the do's, right? So that's how I'm able to kind of narrow down my shopping time and my efficiency when thrift shopping. All right, so don't number 2 is, don't buy something because it's cheap or that you may wear it because it's cute and you may wear it. This is a trap that really, really, really got me into a lot of trouble. So again, the very important do is to know what you're looking for, okay? Just because it's $1 doesn't mean you need it. Just because it's 50 cents doesn't mean you need it. Just because you see Miss Susie over here looking at that shirt that you were looking at earlier and you thought about getting it, but you put it back and you saw her pick it up and like, oh, now she picked it up. I was right. It was cute, so I need to get it. Don't do that. Okay? That will land you with a closet full of clothes that you're not even wearing. And it's pointless. So that's a don't. Don't do that. All right, so don't number 3 is, don't get impatient or feel defeated. It's easy to do, especially if you're new to thrifting. It's easy, like I said, to pick something up because it's cheap, but you can get frustrated if you can't find a specific item that you have. You're going into the thrift store with purpose and you can't find that item. It can be very frustrating, but don't give up, okay? This goes back to go persistently or consistently, because that kind of alleviates that frustration, because you're more likely to find what you're looking for if you go more often. All right, so don't number 4 is, don't feel like it's a competition. I touched on this when I talked about Miss Susie picking up the shirt that you had just put down, and you knew that it was a cute shirt because Miss Susie picked it up, and now you got to get it because it's cute and you don't want anybody else to get it. Sometimes the thrift store can feel like a competition, okay? Especially if you go to the Goodwill bins. I'm new to going to the Goodwill bins, but it is like a circus, okay? The people are just like shoveling clothes into bins, and like, I've seen people take stuff out of other people's bins. Like, it's not that serious, okay? There are enough clothes for you to find something, all right? Be patient. If you run across someone that's like that and, kind of like hounding you, or I mean, I've even had people come up to me and say, hey, can I see you got this shirt? I was looking at it. Can I have it? Like, what? Like, no. So don't fall into that trap of the competition. If you're thrifting for yourself, if you're thrifting to resell or whatever, trust me, I know from experience there's enough stuff to go around. If you go consistently and you find your groove, you find your groove with your thrift journey or whatever you want to call it, you'll find your things. You don't have to compete because what's for you is for you, okay? Just like that leather coat. I'm still talking about it. Yes, I am. Because it was for me. All right? So don't be in competition with other thrifters. Okay, so my last don't is don't only go to one store. That is a big no. All right? I know some people only only know and go to Goodwill. Fine. If you only know and go to Goodwill, don't go to the same Goodwill. Go to different Goodwills because 9 times out of 10, the neighborhood is different. It, varies. So if you go to a Goodwill that is in a, neighborhood where richer people are, you're going to find nicer things. I mean, it is what it is. If you go to a Goodwill that is just, in a middle class neighborhood, you still may find good things, but you may not find the things that you find in the other Goodwill. So go to different stores. Now, me personally, Goodwill is my last resort. I do, like I said, I have been starting to get into the Goodwill bins a little bit more, and I can find things for a more reasonable price. But I just feel like Goodwill charges too much for things that are donated. And I get this helping with, jobs and all of that. I understand that, but I found more luck and more bang for my buck from my local thrift stores. We have a hospice one. We have one that is like a church ministry. So there are other thrift stores out there besides the Goodwill, and you can find just as good stuff for less money. Okay. And the goal is to spend less money. I mean, for me, it is. You might not care, but whatever. All right. So I have a bonus do and a bonus don't. Okay. So I'm going to start with my bonus do. My bonus do is do know your comfort level. Everybody thrifts differently, okay? As far as household items, some people are not comfortable thrifting pillows. I've thrifted pillows before, but I checked the quality. They were brand new pillows. They still had the tag on them. I still disinfected them and all of the things before I brought them into my house. Some people are not comfortable thrifting bathing suits. I am one of those people. No, I've thrifted a bathing suit before, but again, that's where you check the quality. You want to check the seat of the panties, Everybody's comfort level is different, and that is okay. All right. Now, my bonus don't is don't be ashamed. I, for years, did not want people to know that I shopped at the thrift store. I didn't. My family and friends knew that I loved to thrift, but as far as like posting on my Instagram and on my Facebook and all of this stuff, I did not want people to know that, because some people look down on thrifting, and that's all well and good, but like I said before, what's for me is for me. And I feel like I have narrowed down my personal style, and I know that a lot of the things that I like, I can find at a discount price. I'm not a fan of paying full price for things. Don't get me wrong. I'll pay full price for shoes and, accessories and things, but clothes, no. Have you seen the pictures of the landfill? It's sickening. But anyway, all right. That's it. I hope I kept it short. I tried to, okay? I'm trying to get back into bed and enjoy this snow day. But if you enjoyed, thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips were helpful in either starting your thrifting journey or, making your thrifting shopping more efficient. So I hope I helped. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
My son is a perfect little boy. He gets straight A's. When I go to Florida, he goes to Florida. When his sister goes to Florida, she gets angry. He got to stay with her father. I don't care. I whoop her every single day. She gets straight F's. F, F, F. She gets grounded every single day. Grounded. Let me tell you what she did. She smashed my face. I gave her. Oh, y'all don't want to say it. I gave her a butt whip.